This call is now being recorded.
Namaste. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvushavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste, everyone. Welcome to this session of our training. Last week, Smriti ji, as you recall, finished our sessions on Karma Kanda. Today, we are beginning with a two-session program with Sriram ji, who is here from Gurukula. Most of you have already met him or have known him through other channels, especially through the app that he has created, the wonderful medium of instruction as well as companion, stories companion. So we'll do two classes on shloka. So we learned about the puja vidhis and all that stuff. How do you bring all these things into your day-to-day life, and what is the bhava that you kind of use when kind of exercising these karma kanda and the rituals? One of the margas is through shlokas. There is obviously other ways, but we have amongst us Sri Ramji, who's a storyteller par excellence, and he's also in a sense modern day Vyasa and Valmiki put together, because he did the entire retelling of Mahabharata and Ramayana, and he's created comics, he's created narrations, he's adding more and more content, um, uh, you know uh, every day as we speak, and he has an army of volunteers that are constantly helping him out. So you may have gone to gurukula.com or the Play Store or the App Store, downloaded the app and seen all the wonderful content on there. And he is kind of the brains behind it, although he may ascribe it to the divine forces that make things happen automatically. But in any case, the goal here today is try to understand important shlokas, the everyday shlokas in the life of a Hindu, how we need to use these shlokas with, how do you view these and how to chant them correctly. All of that will be covered in today's content. Sri Ramji will provide some background knowledge and information, and then we'll do some chanting, and then next week, we'll probably have like a homework which Sri Ramji will mention, and then we'll wrap up the shlokas session next week. Okay, so with that, I hand it over to you, Sri Ram Mahodaya. What would you like to see on the screen, the
Before,
gurukula.com site or the slide deck? Which one?
yeah, I'll tell you when to share, Mahodaya.
Okay.
Say everybody, namaste.
Namaste, namaste.
Cannot hear anybody.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Three people.
Namaste, Shri Ram.
Four people. Still couple more namaste missing.
Namaste.
There you go. Fine. Wonderful. So this is going to be pretty interactive. Uttamam. To the extent you can participate, please participate. To the extent you can keep your cameras on, please keep your cameras on. I understand if it's completely inconvenient, but to the extent possible, please do so. Astu. Namaste. So one of the primary brilliance of Bharatiya Samskriti is that they have given us shlokas. They've given us shlokas. Now there are tens of thousands of shlokas, hundreds of thousands of shlokas. Which ones to pick? What to learn? What should we learn first? What should we learn next? It's always it's an eternal debate. There is never a best order to learn it in. However, when we get started with shloka learning or shloka teaching to kids, especially kids who are here, who may or may not have been exposed to too many shlokas, thought we should have like a base set, a foundational set of shlokas. So what we did with enormous research, and Shrikant Mahodaya was a big part of it, we created a set of 30 shlokas and call them Dinacharya Shlokas or everyday Shlokas. We call them Dinacharya Shlokas or everyday Shlokas. Dinacharya Shlokas or everyday Shlokas. Alright, now we call them Dinacharya Shlokas or everyday Shlokas. Okay. Now, in these Dinacharya Shlokas, we have split them into two parts. The first part is what we chant from morning to night. What we chant from morning to night. So, immediately when you wake up, what do you chant? As soon as you open your eyes. Then, when you get out of the bed, what do you chant? When you take a bath, what do you chant? When you start studying, what do you chant, etc., etc., etc. So that is one half of it. We created 15 such shlokas. The remaining 15, we created it as one shloka per either a deva or a devi. For example, a shloka on Krishna, a shloka on Durga. Now, obviously, we have not covered all devas and devis out there, but we have covered whatever we thought should be foundationally important for kids. So first, before getting into the principle of shlokas, we will first look at what they are first. So you get a cheat sheet of, okay, this is what we're going to be talking about. Mahodaya, we can share the screen and just show the everyday shlokas first. And then we will get into some aspects of why shlokas and how to teach them, etc. And how we should learn them, etc. So as you see on the screen, so obviously the links will be shared. You already have access to all this. The shloka list is here. So it starts with Vakratunda Mahakaya, which is what we planned before starting any work. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Karagre Vasate Lakshmi, which you chant when you open your eyes, etc. etc. So there are 30 such shlokas in this list. Scroll down a little bit more. There's a Bhojana Mantra shloka, and then the Deva Devi shlokas start. There is a shloka on Anjaneya, there is a shloka while traveling, there is a shloka on Shiva, Durga, Kartikeya, Vishnu, Lakshmi, etc. etc. So when you in this list, the idea is that it should be as comprehensive as possible. We can switch to the PowerPoint. We can switch to the PowerPoint. Excellent. Yeah, we can see the PowerPoint. Next slide. Shloka chanting has many reasons and advantages. They have many reasons and advantages. One of the fundamental advantage is they inculcate a sense of bhakti. They inculcate a sense of bhakti. Now, the easiest translation of the word, as usual, people will ask, kids will ask, teenagers will ask, some adults may ask, what is bhakti? The easiest translation for the word bhakti is reverence, respect, etc. etc. Bhakti comes from the root word bhaja, vibhajane, bhaja, sevayam. The root bhaja has two meanings, vibhajane and sevayam. So let's say I am a bhakta of Rama. What does it mean? It means I am so much in admiration of the qualities of Rama that I take those qualities and make them my own qualities, and I share the qualities with others. First, Bhaja Vibhajane, I take them and make it my own, Bhaja Sevayam, and then I share it with others. One of Rama's qualities is Ekapatni Vrata. So he is forever devoted to Sita Devi. Okay, now I want to be devoted to my spouse always. I don't want to think about, even imagine somebody else in my life. That is the quality I love about Rama. I make that quality my own quality, and I live my life in such a way that others are also inspired by that quality. Right? So that is the sense of bhakti. When that sense of bhakti grows and grows and grows enormously, we forget ourselves and immerse ourselves into that person. Good, easy understanding of the word bhakti. The second thing shloka learning does is it inculcates a sense of discipline. It inculcates a sense of discipline. When we learn a shloka on nature, when we learn a shloka on society, when we learn a shloka on parents, teachers, we can move to the next slide. What it does is, when we say Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, it inculcates a sense of respect for the Guru, respect for water, respect for nature, respect for teachers, respect for parents, respect for friends, respect for the conveniences that we receive, everything, it inculcates a sense of respect. So it's a fundamental grounding on, if asked, or even for ourselves, we ask why these shlokas, and then uh, 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 these are couple of reasons that you can understand and give as well. Let's make a brief pause there while we are doing the full screen mode. Any questions so far? And then we will move forward. Yes. Like you guys to unmute and say something. Yes. Any questions or comments, or no? Can we move forward?
No questions, but it's perfect start for the morning.
Asked. Wonderful. Okay. Let's go to the next slide. Now there are many aspects of shloka learning and therefore shloka teaching as well. The most fundamental thing about shloka learning is authentic chanting. Authentic chanting. Why there is authentic chanting? There are many reasons. The simplest reason is, if we don't tell the right word, then we won't be conveying the right meaning. That's the simplest, easiest reason. Okay. With show of hands, or you give me thumbs up, or if you're not online, just use the feature. Do you guys know Vakratunda Shloka? Yes. Okay. Easy. Okay. Vakratunda Shloka. So many thumbs up. Huh? Very good. Okay. Now let us chant it once. All of you unmute yourselves. Repeat after me. Easy way. Vakratunda Mahakaya.
Vakratunda Mahakaya.
Surya Koti Samapra.
Surya-koti sama. Surya-koti
Me Deva.
Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva
Deva.
Karyeshu Sarva. Very good. Okay. Because there is some feedback, let's all go back. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Okay, good. Excellent. Still hear some feedback if everybody can go back. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Okay, brilliant. Somebody is unmuted. Namaste. Somebody is still unmuted. Everybody's muted now? Okay, brilliant. Okay. So there are a couple of things that some of us are chanting it a little differently because of several years of practice. So the first thing some of us did was, we said Surya Koti Samaprabha. So it's not Surya Koti Samaprabha, that's Surya Koti Samaprabha. There is no Koti, just Koti is the pronunciation. Second, and this is more important, Nirvignam. It is Nirvignam. Even if you are on mute, repeat after me. Okay, repeat after me and make this very clearly. Nirvignam. Mahaprana. G is Mahaprana. So say it with me. Nirvignam. All of you say it, even if you are on mute. Nirvignam. Okay. Now, anybody unmute and say the meaning of the word Vignam to the extent that you know. If anybody knows.
Obstacle.
Vignam.
Obstacle. Okay, very good. Vignam is obstacle. Some of us, when chanting this, said Vignam as Alpa Prana instead of using the word Mahaprana. The word Vignam, roughly translated, means a sense of excitement, one of the meanings. So if you say Nirvignam Kuru, you're saying, hey Bhagavan, create a state in my life where there are no obstacles. As on the contrary, if we just say Nirvignam Kuru without doing Vignam, we are essentially telling Bhagavan, create a state where there is no excitement in my life. Which is better? So obviously we want to say, create a state where there is no obstacles in my life. Now, how many tens of thousands of times have we chanted this shloka? Poor Ganesha. We telling, please Ganesha, come here. And please don't create any excitement in my life. Let my life be boring. I don't care about anything interesting or exciting. That is how we would say it if we don't know the right pronunciation and saying it. The word, now the show of thumbs up. How many of you have experienced fear in your life? Any kind of fear. Do you think, now show me a thumbs up again. If you think fear is a good thing, show me a thumbs up. If it has a role to play in our life. If it does not have any role to play in our life, show me a thumbs down. It has a role to play in our life. Huh? Some of you say it has no role to play in our life. Now let us say there is a cobra in front of us. Okay. Do you think fear plays a role in self-preservation, or it doesn't play a role in self-preservation? It plays a role in self-preservation. Fear is an important aspect. That is the whole reason why human beings have survived so long. Because we are inculcated in self-preservation. That fear is there, we want to protect ourselves. Yes, our entire survival of the fittest is based on that principle. Vignam, alpa prana vignam also means fear. So without knowing the right context, if we keep saying nirvignam kuru, we may be saying create no fear in my lives in a good way. I don't want to be scared about everything. Please remove fear from my life. Or we could be like, don't fear, remove all fear in my life. So even when there is a cobra in front of me, I don't want to feel scared. I just want to get stung by the cobra and die. So look at the various varieties of meaning we can take away from this just by pronouncing that one aksharam, alpa prana or mahaprana. That is how important it is. The very first pillar of shloka learning is authentic pronunciation. Another example that's mentioned here is papa haranam, means defeat papam in my life, versus papa karanam. Many of us, because of mother tongue influence, we would say ka versus ha, and that would entirely change the meaning. So there are many reasons why it should be pronounced in the right way. Right. The second is we should focus on certain aspects of shloka chanting. In this particular example, hrisva versus dirgha. Please take a note of this. Hrisva versus dirgha. Some of us said Surya Koti Samaprabha as opposed to Surya Koti Samaprabha. So that is Koti Hrisva versus Koti Dirgha, which is incorrect, right? So the first aspect that we covered was Alpa Prana versus Mahaprana. Nirvignam versus Nirvignam. Alpa Prana versus Mahaprana. Second aspect is Hrisva versus Dirgha. That is the second aspect. And the third aspect is because we are essentially brought up in a particular Prantiya Bhasha location in Bharatam. Some of us came from South India, some of us came from Western India, some of us came from North India, some of us came from Karnataka, some of us came from Tamil Nadu, some of us came from Maharashtra, some of us came from New Delhi. We will always have a mother tongue influence. That is inevitable. Okay. Therefore, the shlokas, if they are written in Sanskritam, our goal should be to learn it, how to pronounce it in Sanskritam. At least for these 30 shlokas and for several Bhagavad Gita shlokas, we have made the job slightly easier by giving the lead and follow recording as part of this list that you have access to, and we will be sharing it. So use that recording to learn the right way to pronounce it. These mother tongue influences will be very natural. It will happen. For example, I grew up for the longest time interchanging the word ka and ha. So Papa Karanam and Papa Haranam, I was saying it for the longest time until I started learning Sanskrit. Until I learned, it was actually Shrikant Mahodaya pointed to me that that is the wrong way, and then I understood why it was wrong. Another reason way that I have a mother tongue influence is to always extend the ending, even when it is not needed to be extended. So I used to say Samaprabha, not Samaprabha. Surya Koti Samaprabha. It's not Samaprabha, it's Samaprabha. I used to do that. So I have this overextending the ending is part of my mother tongue influence. Adding an AN at the end is part of my mother tongue influence. Somebody who's Hindi speaking might be influenced by the schwa syncope influence of Hindi, which is to cut the ending. It's not Rama, it is Ram in Hindi. Similarly, we may bring that learning into shloka chanting. So these are the reasons why it is important to bring in authentic chanting, Mahaprana, Alpaprana, authentic chanting, Swadirgha, authentic chanting, reducing mother tongue influence. I'm going to pause there. If everybody is with me so far, please give me a thumbs up. Okay, I got 2 thumbs up. 2 people are with me, 3 people. Everybody's searching for thumbs up button. Asked. So far, good. Wonderful. Brilliant. Asked. Let's move on. Oh, yeah, we can move. We can go. Okay. So the first aspect is chanting. The second aspect of a shloka learning is word by word meaning. Word by word meaning. In order to understand the aspects of a shloka, we have to break it down into individual words. Okay. So now let's go back to the everyday shlokas in Gurukula app and the Gurukula website Modya and go to the first shloka. Let's go to the text portion of it, story portion, text portion. Brilliant. So what we have provided here, and regardless of any shloka you learn, I would recommend this method. For these 30 shlokas, we made it slightly easy, like I said. Scroll down and let's look at the Padachedaha portion of it. So what is the very first thing we have done? We have said, okay, now let us learn the individual words. That's it. Okay. So even on mute, just repeat after me. Vakratunda, Mahakaya, Surya Koti Samaprabha. One word. Surya Koti Samaprabha. Nirvignam. Nirvignam. Kuru. Me. Deva. Sarvakaryeshu. Sarvada. In this entire shloka, the last word sarvada, that is the only word that is extended in the end, dirgha. Right? Surya Koti Samaprabha, short. Vakratunda, short. Mahakaya, short. Okay. Then what we do is we reorder this sentence as this shloka as a sentence, as a prose sentence. This is a Sanskritam aspect of it, Anvaya Rachana. It's Anvayaha. I just mention it for the sake of completion. You don't have to get deep into this unless you're a Sanskritam student. So the second aspect is Anvaya, which is reordering it as a sentence. What the shloka essentially says is, He Deva, Bhagavan, O Bhagavan, and then it describes that Bhagavan. Vakratunda, Mahakaya, Vakratunda, one with a crooked trunk. Mahakaya, one with a big form. Surya Koti Samaprabha, one with the splendor of a million suns. Me, my, Sarvakaryeshu, in every action, Sarvada, always, Nirvignam Kuru. Kuru means to do. Create a Nirvignam state. Create a state where there are no obstacles. So when we break this down into individual words and look at an Anvaya Rachana like this, it will bring a little bit more clarity on the shloka construction. And finally, you would also need to know the Padartha, which is word by word meaning. Where it is mentioned, He Deva, Deva, O Deva. Here it refers to Ganesha. Vakratunda, one with a crooked trunk. Vakra means crooked. Tunda means elephant's trunk. Mahakaya, one with a large form. You can scroll down a little bit. Surya Koti Samaprabha. This is called a Samastapadam in Sanskritam. It essentially means it's a conjoined word. Surya Koti, 10 million suns. Surya means to the sun. Koti literally means 10 million. But here it refers to infinite or infinitely large number. infinitely large number. Samaprabha means sama equal. Samaprabha equal to the splendor of uh, uh, 10 million suns. Me sarvakaryeshu. Me means mine. Sarvakaryeshu, in all action. Sarvada, always. Nirvignam kuru. Create a state where there is no obstacles. Okay, I'll pause here. Any questions or comments so far? Yes, no? So everybody's with me so far, give me a thumbs up. That's easier. Okay, wonderful. Mahodaya, what we can do now is we can go back to the PowerPoint. Let's go to the next slide. Let's see what is there. Let's go to the next. Let's go to the significant section. Yeah, before we get to the significant sections, we'll take your question, Mahodaya, or comment.
Sure. A question here is that the reason why we have to, well, besides the bhava and pronouncing everything on a daily basis, is the underlying reason because we are made of vibrations? Is that why we try to connect, as we say?
Yeah. So uh, uh, the vibrations play a very, very big part, no doubt about it. But it is very easy for us to go step by step. So, for example, we are intellectual beings. Have we made any decisions in our life where we have not thought through it intellectually or logically? For example, we study, we have thought through what is the best career opportunity, what should I study, and we have taken those kind of subjects or academics. We go for a job, try to get a H1, green card, whatever we do, buy a house, buy a car. We have tried to apply our intellect and make the best logical decision, right? So that is our natural instinct. That is a human bhava to use our dhihi, intelligence, and make a decision, right? So the first aspect of shloka learning is to apply the intelligence and say, okay, what does it give me here? Here, what it gives me is, it gives me a sense of discipline. So when I have the habit of praying to food before eating, it is unlikely that I will disregard the food or waste food. Cool. The very first thing, very simple things. We're not talking about big things here. Second thing it gives us is it brings a sense of bhakti over time. Oh, if I am so inspired by Rama, it's likely that I will imbibe his characteristics. If I'm so inspired by Hanuman, it is likely that I'll become braver and braver in my life, simply because I'm inspired by his characteristics, just as an inspirational figure. And then over time, as we keep repeating it again and again and again and again and again, yes, the vibrations play a huge part, and we invoke the Shakti of the deity, and that becomes a part of us. So completely that is true. So all these three are important. I go from logic to that because that's how we lead the other parts of our life, and therefore it's easier for us to understand it. Thank you for the question. Anybody else? If not, I will move on to significance. Okay, Asta. What we've also included, as you scroll in the shloka, we will see that, and I will show it to you now. We've included a section in every shloka called significance. The modern student always asks why. So we have included a significance section as to how to apply the shloka practically in our daily lives. In this case, Vakratunda Mahakaya, what's the point? See, it is a way of motivating myself. I have to write the exam. I have studied for it. But on the day of the exam, it is me who feels scared. The fear is also in my head. So by chanting the shloka, I myself invoke the deity of removing obstacles, create that vibration in my head, as well as motivate myself to remove the obstacles from my own lives. So I feel very confident that no matter what obstacles come, I can scale it. And I can get over it. So those are all the reasons. In this case, I'm mentioning it in a very short way but we have explained it in much more detail in the list. We can go to the next slide. Okay. Another example is the Gange cha Yamune chaiva shloka. Okay. In the shloka, give me a thumbs up if you know it. If not, we will say it once. Okay, good. So, Gange cha Yamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati. We are invoking the deities of all the rivers. So, why is all this important? Our entire Bharatiya civilization, any civilization, the entire Bharatiya civilization has been protected by these rivers. Great civilizations have come only on the banks of rivers, River Yamuna, River Saraswati, River Godavari. The entire country is in the River Ganga. Entire country is indebted to these rivers. So it cultivates that gratitude, and not just to those rivers, not just to those deities, to any form of water. Imagine what happens to a child over days and weeks and months and years of chanting this every single time the child takes a bath. Every single time, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. How much gratitude the person will have towards water. How much indebtedness the person will feel, the child will feel as the child grows up towards water. Imagine what would have happened to us if we had done that all these years. Imagine what will happen to us if we start doing this from today. We will never take water for granted. We will always feel indebted to nature. Water that has been given so abundantly. No baby in the world has been asked a tax for air and water. Easiest thing Bhagavan could have done, no. One tax. I'm giving you free air, free water. Pay me a tax. By the end of lifetime, this is what you have to do. Now, I'm saying tax in a modern way, but he could have already put rules on our lives. Never did. So the simplest thing, basic thing that we can do is leave the planet the way we found it. Forget making it better. I will at least leave it the way I found it, the way it was given to me. That is the most basic thing. And by chanting these shlokas again and again and again and again and again, take one aspect called water, we will get that gratitude towards water. Want to know the magic of this? This is the magic. If we feel gratitude towards one aspect of nature, any one aspect, the gratitude and respect for all other forms of nature will automatically come. We don't have to do anything. You just come. We just have to work on one. You just have to work on one. So we can just take Gange cha Yamune chaiva, that one shloka, say it every day over years, that gratitude will automatically come. And the same gratitude will translate to air, it will translate to vegetation, translate to mountains, it will translate to everything. Go to the next slide. Astu. Okay, we have already covered this. We can continue next. We already covered this. Next. That's it. Astu. Let's go back to the everyday shlokas page. Now, what each of these shlokas is given in the Gurukula app and in the website. You are free to use whichever version that is comfortable for you. All of your IDs have access. If not, if in case you're logged in and you don't have access, we can give it to you. This is the homework. Okay, we're going to take one shloka each, but we'll do that later. But the idea is, A, we read the shloka text. For those of you who can read Devanagari, please read in Devanagari. For those of you who are unable to read, Devanagari is the Hindi, Sanskritam script. If you're unable to read some Devanagari for any reason, then the IAST script is given. Please read it. Audio is given. The audio has the audio in lead and follow method. So just the way we practice today, Vakratunda Mahakaya, and a group of people would have repeated Vakratunda Mahakaya, Surya Koti Samaprabha, Surya Koti Samaprabha. So it is easier for you to practice using the lead and follow method. Please go ahead and read, listen to it, practice it a few times, and Mahodaya, do we have a group for this? A space, a WhatsApp group, or any other group for this group only?
Yes, Modi. Yeah, we do have it. Yes.
So we'll do the shloka assignments today. We request for you to first of all, chant and send a audio recording in that group. Second, next week we would like for each of you to chant the assigned shloka in the group here amidst everybody. Then what we will do, you would have had the opportunity to practice, you would have had the opportunity to ask questions. If you have any doubts in the pronunciation, all that for a week, you'll come here, chant. Even after that, if there are any minor modifications to be done, we'll have the opportunity to do it. We will do it. And then once we do it, you'll get very, very perfect with your assigned shloka. Later on, over a period of time, you can do it for the rest of the shloka. And the third aspect is the meaning, of course. We have given the Padachedaha, Anvayaha, Padarthaha, etc., etc. Mainly focus on the word by word meaning. Mainly focus on the word by word meaning. So next week, what I would love everybody to do is chant your assigned shloka and give a very short word by word meaning. In this case, what I would do, if Vakratunda Mahakaya was my assigned shloka, I would chant it and I would say Vakratunda means one with a crooked trunk. Mahakaya means one with a big form. Surya Koti Samaprabha, which means one with a brilliance of infinite suns. Nirvighnam Kuru, which means create a state without obstacles. This is how I would explain it. So it's already written there. Like you to imbibe it, inculcate it, come here, chant it, just tell the simple word by word meaning like that. Okay. Everyone good with the homework? Thumbs up if you're good. Okay, brilliant. Everybody give thumbs up. Wonderful. The first class I'm seeing that everybody is excited about homework. Awesome. Okay, so here are the shlokas. Now it is, I'm going to mention a shloka. I want a volunteer and then we'll go to the next person. Guru, Vakratunda Mahakaya, we'll leave it, we'll go to the next. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu. Please give me a volunteer for it. I will tell the name and then we'll call that person is done. Like that?
Sorry, just as we do that, I want to request Ashwin ji, can you just please make a note of the person and the shloka ji?
Yes. Yes. So,
Thank you. Thank you.
Modya, do you want to do it this way or because you have the list of people you see next to you, can you just quickly call out the name and we'll assign?
Yes. Is it question to
No,
me?
no. Asking Shrikant Modya, if we can the names one by one and then we'll just assign shloka by shloka. If that makes sense. Modya? I don't know if you're talking.
Oh, Kshamyatam. Sorry about that. Yeah, let's just go alphabetically here. Ajay Shastri ji.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu.
Okay, please acknowledge. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, Subramani ji.
Karagre Vasate Lakshmi.
Okay.
I will tell this also. In everyday shlokas, I will tell the shloka number also. So it's very easy for you to open it. Go to that particular chapter number and see it. Okay. So first person, who was it, Modya?
Ajay Shastri ji.
Ajay Shastri ji, Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, shloka number 2. Next.
Subramani ji.
Subramani ji, Karagre Vasate Lakshmi, shloka number 3. Next.
Okay. Arun ji.
Arun Mahodaya, Samudra Vasane Devi, shloka 4.
Ashwin ji.
Ashwin ji, Gange cha Yamune chaiva, shloka 5.
Chandra Mahodaya.
Chandra Mahodaya, Saraswati Namastubhyam, shloka 6.
DC ji.
Sahana Vavatu, shloka 7.
Deepti ji.
Brahmarpanam Brahmahavihi, shloka 8.
Deepti ji, did you get that?
Ji, I got it.
Okay. Ikshita.
Aham Vaishwanaroru Bhutva. Shloka 9.
Thank you. Kalyanji.
Kalyanji, Annapurne Sadapurne. Shloka 10.
Prasadji.
Prasadji, Shubham Karoti Kalyanam. Shloka 11.
Prasadji, did you get it? Thank you. Thank you. Radhika ji.
Radhika ji, Shri Rama Rama Rameti. Shloka 12.
Thank you. Rakesh ji.
Rakesh ji, Asatoma Sadgamaya. Shloka 13.
Okay. Rohit ji.
Rohit ji, Yani Kani Cha Papani. Shloka 14.
Okay. Sabatini ji.
Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Shloka 15.
Saujanya ji.
Saujanya ji, Ramam Skandam Hanumantam. Shloka 16.
Nice. Shripavani ji.
Shripavani ji, Vivade Vishade. Shloka 17.
Shripavani ji, did you get it? Thank you. Surekha ji.
Surekha ji, Gurave Sarvalokanam. Shloka 18.
Did you get that, Surekha ji? Okay, yeah, we can reach offline, no problem. Surekha ji, Shloka 18, right, Mahodaya?
Gurave Sarvalokanam. Shloka 18.
Yeah. Ekakshanam Subramani ji, we'll get to the technical issue. Just give him just a minute. Okay. Tulasi ji.
Shivam Shivakaram Shantam. Shloka 19.
Okay. Vasundhara ji.
Sarva Mangala Mangalye. Shloka 20.
Vijaya ji.
Yogishwaro Mahasenah. Shloka 21.
Okay. Yeah, this is the list that is present right now.
Excellent. Astu.
Yeah.
Astu.
So ekakshanam atra eko klesho bhavati iti manye. I can open my assigned, however I can't open number 7. App is asking to subscribe. Mahodaya, subscription has been given to everyone who has registered for the class. So you will need to sign in through the same email ID that you are signed in for this class, Mahodaya.
So is the access only through the app or is it also online?
It's both.
Okay. So how do I sign in online?
Yeah, just go to gurukula.com and top right you will see login, and then you can
Google. You can sign in with your Google ID, whatever ID you get.
Yeah, whatever ID, because I don't know if you guys all received the messages. Within the last few days, you should have received an email from gurukula.com saying you've been given 1 year free access to the app.
Okay. Namaste.
Yeah. Subramani ji, does that answer your question? So you're not able to sign in, is it?
No, Ji, I am signed in. And I'm using the same for the Mahabharata workshop also, which my kids have enrolled. I only have one Gmail ID. So I'm not sure if
Let's take it offline.
My registration status. But
Take it offline.
Let's take it offline.
Screenshot of the profile screen and then send it to Shrikant Mahodaya. He'll send it to me. We'll get in touch with you. Figure it out.
Yes, Ji.
Mahodaya.
Does it? Subramani ji, did you get that?
I'm Mahodaya.
Astu. Yeah. Preshayatu Mahodaya. Okay.
Astu. So definitely come prepared with chanting it and very brief word by word meaning. You don't have to go into any elaborate portions of it. Just quickly, what are the words and what do each word mean? That's it. Quickly chanting it, word by word meaning. That's all we need to be prepared with. That will take us a long way. Just one short note. One of you got the asatoma, sorry, not asatoma. One of you got the Sahana Vavatu prayer. I don't know who got it. It is number 7.
I got it. DC Gunian.
Mahodaya, that alone is not a shloka. It is a Veda mantra. It is chanted a certain way. It is all, the recording is already there. In case you face any issues, just get in touch with Shrikant Mahodaya. He chanted it in the beginning also. In case it's just that alone is slightly different. It won't be in the same meter. So, but still, very, very important. So I'm glad you're doing that. If there are any questions, just reach out. And definitely during the week, chant it once and send in your audio recordings. Ask Mahodaya, anything else? You can stop screen sharing.
No, I think we are good. Does anyone else have? So we have Sriram Mahodaya for about 5-7 minutes more. Do you have any questions? Do you have any thoughts? We can have a brief, Q&A here, and then we can wrap up for the day.
Sorry, I'm looking like lighting is like some Maniratnam.
No, so just to let you know, Sriram Mahodaya is actually in Bharatam right now, and I think he's sitting in a car or a taxi, I don't know. And he had promised to run the class, so he's fulfilling his commitment here. So yes, Deepti ji, please ask.
Ji namaste, dhanyavad for the class. Maybe you've already covered this in in other forums. Your app is wonderful, but if I try to register my son, I get a little lost. There are like 5-week programs, 10-week programs, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like a long-term 1-year thing that I can actually, can you just briefly give us an overview how to do a long-term thing, how to navigate that, and which one I have a 7-year-old.
Samyak. Good question. Thanks for bringing it up. We are also trying to make sure that it's better. The app has 2 aspects of it. One is the content. So we published over 4,000 stories and shlokas so far on Mahabharata, Ramayana, Panchatantra, Dashavatara stories, shlokas, Bhagavad Gita, everyday shlokas, Adi Shankaracharya shlokas, stotrams, etc. So over 4,000 stories. So for people who say, I just want to learn, give me the material. So that is there as a content for them. What you're asking Deepti ji is, okay, I want a program. So we have to, all the programs are time boxed, 10 weeks, 12 weeks, etc., etc. There is a Bhagavad Gita program that spans across multiple years, goes in for 6 years. Starts in August of every year, runs till May, and again August, runs till May, again August, runs till May. Why? Because we will teach only 4 shlokas a week. That's it, 4 Bhagavad Gita shlokas a week, with authentic chanting and simple meaning. We won't go into depth of meaning. People who want to go into depth of meaning, there are Mahans who have created Vyakyanams for each shloka. Go into it. But simple, authentic chanting and simple meaning, only 4 shlokas a week, which means we can only cover about 100 to 120 in a year, which means it will take 6 years to cover all 700. So that is the best long-term thing I can suggest. But if you take any one program per year, Dashavatara, this year I'm covering Dashavatara for your 7-year-old. Next year I'm covering Mahabharata for your 7-year-old. Next year I'm covering Ramayana. Next year I'm covering 30 shlokas every child should learn. By the time he's 12, he'll be more than well versed with the top 10 things I should do for me. The best way I can recommend.
Dhanyavad ji. This answered.
Sure. Ask any other questions. See some hands raised.
Namaste ji. Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Yes.
My sloka number is 18. Can you please mention the sloka name?
18, huh?
Yeah.
Gurave Sarva Lokanam.
Okay.
Gurave
Thank you.
Sarva Lokanam.
Yeah.
It's a sloka on Dakshinamurti.
Thank you.
Anant Mohan.
So my question is I have two questions. One is, do we also plan to have the Tarka Sangraha, Ashtanga Hridayam, those kind of shlokas also? Because that is little harder to find. Everyone is doing Gita, so multiple sources are, as you mentioned, available for Gita, but there is very few for that would say for these kind of subjects, the Laukika subjects, like maybe Leelavati, Tarka Sangraha, Ashtanga Hridayam. The second part is I personally find it hard to know what is coming. I have a lot of my friends, fortunately, who are all enrolled in Gurukula. So through them, I find and I say, okay, I didn't know about this. I am already in some other course. And thank you for mentioning. And that's how I am signing. That's how I found the Mahabharata course also. So, it would be nice if we can see all the upcoming classes in one location instead of going via topic.
Definitely. Mahodaya, are you able to share your screen again? Go to gurukula.com. So one thing we do is, if you have signed up for some course or some workshop, we email you the next whenever something, either a workshop or a course gets announced, and we constantly keep doing workshops. So for example, tomorrow or tonight for you, for in India at 8 p.m. EST, there is a workshop on Navaratri. Just a few stories on Navaratri and the background of why Navaratri. So if you go back to these are the workshops. So if let's go back to the homepage of gurukula.com. Right at the home page, you'll see two sections. One, courses. Join a course, see all the courses available. Two, workshops, and all the workshops available. So there is a view all courses button to the right. So if you click on that, you'll see all the courses that are available for registration right now. The Mahabharata class is still open, Dashavatara class, 30 shlokas, yoga just started, Panchatantra, Patashala, etc. These are all, this is the full list of courses that are currently available. This page will always be updated with the next course and the next course. Similarly, when we go to all the list of view all workshops, all the workshop that's currently announced is available. And then, of course, we'll be announcing a lot more in November, December. We try to do a good job, and probably not very good job. Try to do a job with making sure that whoever signed up for a course already, and we have your contact information, we send it to you. Like, this is what is announced there, this is what is announced there. Both via email and WhatsApp. Mostly, if you have the email, you should be able to see that.
Dhanyavad, Mahadaya.
Shri Pavani ji. You're muted in case you're talking, Shri Pavani ji. You're still muted. Prasad Mahadaya.
Namaste Mahodaya. Thank you for the Gurukulam app. So I will tell you one instance. We don't have a TV at our home. So only entertainment my both of the kids will get is watching this Gurukula app and following the stories. Thank you so much for that app. It has a lot of good information. We're looking forward to have more of those. Dhanyavad.
Wonderful. Thanks for sharing that. That's amazing that you don't have a TV. I went through like 14 years of my life without a TV before I succumbed. So great to hear that. Thanks for using the Gurukula app. And we are at a point where, thankfully, and any of you are welcome to volunteer as well. We're just run by about 100 volunteers, including Srikant Modaya. And we are at a place finally where we are creating a piece of content almost every day.
Namaskaram, this is Sri Pavani. Sorry, I was unable to unmute.
No.
So my daughter loves the Mahabharata on Gurukula app. That's like our bedtime routine. My thing is, are you planning to add more other language content also, like Telugu and Kannada?
Telugu started. It is there in the Gurukula app now. Obviously, the entire Ramayana, they're all not there in Telugu.
Right.
Translation work is actively happening.
I see. I see.
Why? When there are more volunteers, more translation does happen. Like in Hindi, the progress is great a lot because we got the people actively doing it. Telugu also is happening, but we just started Telugu, so it's just slowly happening.
So, do you have a specific criteria for people to volunteer? Like they need to have like so much expertise to join, or it is open?
Yeah, so I'll mention it in brief for everybody, and then you can get in touch with me, and I'll tell you more in detail.
Okay.
Fundamental principle is you should have a decent grasp of the mother tongue of Telugu. Decent grasp of whatever language it is. When I say decent grasp of it, what I mean is you should be able to understand English reasonably and translate it to a mother tongue in a way in which it is natural to talk. So we don't want it in a poetic way in Telugu. Naturally, how we talk, it should be translated in that way. That much we should know. We should be able to write it or type it in a Word document. That much we know, it's good enough. Because there'll always be somebody who will proofread your work. But get in touch with me through Shrikant Modi, and then we'll take it.
And a last question. So, I mean, I went through the English Mahabharata many times. So, if we have any feedback,
it's already in the Gurukula app itself. There is a if you go to the menu, there'll be a leave a comment or a feedback. Yeah.
Okay.
Please check.
Thank
and
you.
You can tell me. That's also fine. But yeah, definitely. Deepthi Bhagin.
Ji, namaste. Can I quickly share my screen? I want to make sure I'm at the right place. Here, I found the 30 shlokas. So should I click on register now? Is this where I'm supposed to be?
Yeah, this is the 30 shloka class. If you want to register for the class, go ahead. But if for the purpose of what we covered today, go to the home screen, go to gurukula.com. Scroll down and find the section called Everyday Shlokas. You already passed it. It has Ganesha's photo.
Got it. Okay. Okay, got it. Okay, thank you.
Find
Thank you. Dhanyavad.
Anybody else? I don't see any other hands raised. Shri Pavani ji, I assume you already went. Okay. Astu. Mahodaya, back to you.
Okay. Astu. So, yeah, I just want to thank Sriram ji again, not only for conducting the class today, but also enabling communities after communities to kind of follow all the traditions through the amazing medium of Gurukula app. And, like he mentioned, if you would like to volunteer in any way, there are many, many things. It's not just about teaching or translating. There are many other aspects of running an app, running a community to kind of disseminate all these things. If you can, spread the news about all these workshops, classes, be a messenger for some of these things, maybe proofread some of the content, all that stuff is open. Offer is open, and we'll just get in touch with me or Sriramji directly, and we can help with this process. Okay. Now let's wrap up. If you all don't have any questions, ekakshanam atra Subramani ji. Yes, so it is very self-paced actually. I am a perfect example of that. There are some time-bound things, but there are some that are very, very self-paced. So yeah, definitely that volunteering is available. Okay. Yes. DCG, you had a question?
I do. On the Gurukula website, I just used my Google account and I went through, and I'm not able to open the shloka under the everyday shloka stream. So I guess it's better to use the phone, or is it better to use the web?
No. So everyone, yeah, either should work. I think what has probably happened, and I just reached the person in Gurukula team that has provided the access. Subramani ji's email ID I've just shared, and make sure that that is given the access. Maybe there is some disconnect there or some lag or something like that, but DCG, if you want to share your email ID that you're using to log into the Gurukula app, just let me know. I will
double check it by logging into the app just to make sure. So that way you can zero in and say, yes, it's working on my app, but not the website, or no, it's not working in both places. I need to tell me. That way, that part will be clear.
Yeah.
Srikant Mahodaya, I would not even know my registration status. I have registered for the IKS course. So I do not know. I mean, it's been going on for a while. So so that is something that if you can, because mostly I'm in Bharat when the registration opens up, and I know I have been registering the one that Matarshri is conducting. So that is what I registered for. If this is something separate, I wouldn't know. So please check the registration before granting me access, or I will.
No, it's okay. Anyone that is part of our Google Classroom for this IKS training, we had requested Sriramji's team to provide access. I will confirm and I'll make sure all of these are, working for you. Okay, no problem. Everyone, please try this and let me know if you have any issues. I myself received a mail from the team saying I have been given access for 1 year. So just please go through your email and make sure it's all available. Okay. Yeah. Ekakshanam. DC and Gmail. Registering via my email. Yeah, so DCG, it should be the same email address. I pulled up our team pulled up the IKS team here, pulled up the email ID list from the Google Classroom. The same ID that is used for the IKS training, we have shared with the Gurukula team to provide access. So if that is not working, you need to let me know. All right?
Yeah, that's the one I used, and
okay,
it's getting me access into it. If I go into my account, it shows that it's my account. Right?
No problem. Yeah, let me work with you offline on that. Okay? All right. Yeah. Okay. So with that, we can wrap up. Okay. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you, Sriram Mahodaya. Thanks, everyone. Let's